The arrest of self-styled Godman, Swami Chaitanyananda Saraswati, has exposed disturbing evidence of his alleged abuse of women students. According to reports, police confirmed WhatsApp chats that revealed repeated attempts allegedly to manipulate and exploit young women. One conversation reportedly shows him pressuring a student to arrange a meeting for what he called a Dubai sheikh for sexual relations. When the student declined, he pressed further, even asking if she had classmates or juniors who could be introduced. Other exchanges revealing a rather troubling pattern of obsessive and infantilizing messages. He repeatedly addressed the victim as baby and daughter doll, flooding her phone with messages morning and night. At times, he asked direct sexual questions, including whether she would sleep with him. In another instance, he joked about, quote, doing some disco dance and urged a student to join. The police have arrested him on Sunday from a hotel in Agra, where he had allegedly checked in under the alias Parthasarthi. Officers saying that he had been on the run for nearly 2 months, frequently moving between Vrindavan, Mathura, Agra, while hiding in budget hotels and using taxis to avoid being captured. During the arrest, police seized multiple phones, an iPad, fake visiting cards that falsely identified him as a UN and BRICS envoy. They also recovered 2 passports with conflicting personal details. His assets worth 8 crore rupees have now been frozen. Investigators revealing he withdrew over 50 lakh rupees after the FIR was registered in August, allegedly using forged documents. Authorities also detained 3 women aides accused of helping him intimidate students and erase evidence. The allegations originally surfaced at his private management institute in Delhi. And according to the FIR, he harassed at least 17 students, summoned them to his quarters at night and sent explicit messages at odd hours. He is currently in police custody and, along with his aides, is being interrogated. Now, this case has once again raised urgent questions about unchecked abuse under the guise of spirituality. It's been 3 days since India lifted a record 9th Asia Cup title after beating Pakistan. But the row over the trophy is far from over. A day after reports claim that the ACC chief, Mohsin Naqvi, apologized to the BCCI for his behavior, Naqvi, who also serves as the PCB chairman and Pakistan's home minister, has strongly denied those reports. Taking to social media, Naqvi said, I'm quoting, "Let me make it absolutely clear. I have done nothing wrong and I have never apologized to the BCCI, nor will I ever do so." He went on to blame India for dragging politics into cricket and even claimed that he was ready to hand over the trophy on the day of the final. He added, I'm quoting, "If they truly want it, they are welcome to come to the ACC office and collect it from me," quote unquote. On Tuesday, the Asian Cricket Council met for the first time since the final. The BCCI Vice President Rajiv Shukla and former Treasurer Ashish Shelar represented the Indian board virtually. The ACC President Mohsin Naqvi addressed the members of the meeting but did not refer to the trophy row. Naqvi did not even congratulate India on winning the Asia Cup, which led to both Shukla and Shelar logging out of that meeting. Not handing over the trophy to the victorious team was an unprecedented development, and the latest flashpoint between India and Pakistan could escalate into another unprecedented development. The BCCI is clearly not happy with the PCB chief and possibly could want him removed from his position, citing breaches of sporting protocols and questions around his impartiality and conduct. The BCCI believes Naqvi's actions in Dubai were carried out in his capacity as Pakistan's interior minister rather than as the ACC chief. Now, let's just first tell you how ACC chiefs are elected and if they can actually be removed. By tradition, the ACC presidency is rotated among full member boards. The elections are held during the annual general meetings, and the elected official holds the post for 2 years. And there is a provision for the tenure to be extended. It's worth remembering Naqvi was only appointed ACC president in April, after Jay Shah vacated the post to become ICC chair. So can an ACC president be removed from his post? Never before has an ACC president been removed from office, and neither is there a removal process explicitly outlined. But BCCI could call for a vote of no confidence against Naqvi, and then they would require majority support. Since the ACC is a separate body than the ICC, it has its own set of rules, but the BCCI can also request the ICC to step in, citing mismanagement. The BCCI has vowed to register a complaint against Naqvi with the ICC, which means the matter will probably be escalated to the global governing body. The ICC has the authority to ensure that all cricket bodies and tournaments adhere to its rules, regulations, and code of conduct. If the ICC feels that there has been any violation of integrity, governance, or fair play within the ACC, it can investigate and take action. Moving on for now to rather concerning developments, India is facing a deeply troubling crisis. The number of student suicides has reached a record high. According to the latest National Crime Records Bureau data, 13,892 students died by suicide in 2023, marking a 6.5% rise from 2022, a 6.1% rise from 2021, and a 10.8% jump from 2020. Now, these are not just figures. They are sons, daughters, classmates, friends, perhaps overwhelmed by different facets of their life. Over the last decade, student suicides have surged by nearly 65%, from 8,423 in 2013 to the current record, while overall suicides in India rose 23.2% in 2023, reaching 1,71,418. Between 2013 and 2023, India lost 1,17,849 students to suicide. Experts warn that academic stress, family expectations, and emotional challenges are taking a devastating toll and calling for stronger support systems from schools, colleges, and families. According to the NCRB 2023 report, student suicides accounted for 8.1% of all suicides reported last year. Of the 13,892 students who died, 7,330 were male, 6,559 female, 3 were transgender. The highest proportion of student suicides was reported in Maharashtra, 14.7%, followed by Madhya Pradesh at 10.5%, Uttar Pradesh at 9.9%, Tamil Nadu 9.6%. In terms of education level, most victims were educated up to class 10 or secondary level, making up 24.6% of the cases. And this was followed by class 8 or middle level at 18.6%, class 12 or higher secondary at 17.5%, class 5 or primary level at 14.8%, and illiterate individuals at 11.8%. Graduates or higher accounted for 5.5% of the cases. In response to rising student suicides, the government has launched initiatives offering a toll-free helpline with counselors, along with interactive sessions and webinars broadcast on different platforms as well. Additionally, the tele-mental health assistance and networking across states helpline was launched on October 10, 2022. Providing nationwide mental health support. The Supreme Court has also set up a national task force on mental health concerns of students to assess educational institutes' resources and strengthen services and suggest strategies for suicide prevention. The task force is yet to submit its interim report. This data is a stark reminder of the urgent need for mental health awareness and support systems for India's youth. This is a wake-up call, one that demands awareness, intervention, and action before more young lives are lost. On to Nepal now. It has chosen its new living goddess. 2-year-old Aratara Shakya, has been chosen as the next Kumari or virgin goddess of the country. Before entering the temple palace, the minor girl was paraded through the narrow streets of the city. Thousands of devotees lined up to seek blessings and offered her flowers and money. She succeeds 11-year-old Trishna Shakya, who held the role since 2017. Just for context here, in Nepalese tradition, the goddess becomes a mere mortal after she reaches puberty. Living goddesses are selected between the ages of 2 and 4, are required to have unblemished skin, hair, eyes and teeth. It's also demanded that they must not be afraid of the dark and are allowed outside the temple palace only a few times a year for festivals. Like tomorrow, the main day of the Dussehra festival, when she will bless the president. In recent years, the tradition has evolved. Kumaris now receiving private tutoring and even have access to modern comforts like television. And when their time nears, they are given a small monthly pension by the government. America's top public health agency has once again started using the word monkeypox instead of mpox, reversing a decision made just 2 years ago. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention quietly changed its website to bring back the older name. And this shift comes under the Department of Health and Human Services, now overseen by Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The agency had adopted mpox in late 2022 to move away from what experts called a misleading and scientifically inaccurate. Monkeypox or mpox causes painful skin lesions that can sometimes be fatal. It spreads mainly through close contact, often sexual contact, and recent outbreaks have struck parts of Africa, including the Democratic Republic of Congo and Sierra Leone. The World Health Organization recommending dropping the old name in 2022 for 2 reasons. First, the virus does not come from monkeys. It typically passes to humans from wild rodents found in Central and West Africa. Scientists only called it monkeypox because it was first noticed in lab monkeys in the 1950s, though those animals likely caught it from infected rodents. Second, the term carries racist and homophobic undertones. During the 2022 outbreak, online misinformation falsely suggested the virus spread through sexual contact with monkeys. The label worsened the stigma against gay and bisexual men, who were most affected at the time. In November 2022, the top US public health agency told the public that adopting mpox would reduce unnecessary harm and promote more accurate communication. The agency also encouraged all partners to use the newer name. When asked why the term monkeypox has resurfaced on the website, a Health and Human Services spokesperson simply replied that monkeypox is the official name of the disease. Now, this is not the first time that the Trump administration has been criticized for using stigma or scientifically inaccurate details in a way to label a disease. Remember, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the US president repeatedly described the coronavirus as the Chinese virus, a phrase widely condemned for being racist in a way and aggravating anti-Asian hostility in the United States, reportedly. And with America now turning back to the term monkeypox, the question over how names and labels affect stigma and public trust is once again in the spotlight.